listen and read the news of the day, more or less. I like to know the news of the day. In many occasions, the news it's not good. Nowadays, normally we always hear bad news in the day. Unfortunately, more. I like to travel also, more or less. Every day we made a trip abroad or here in Portugal. And it's because I am here in TNT platform to practice my English skills for my career, professional career. I don't need it to learn English, but it's one thing that I like to practice, and it's very useful when we when we go abroad for a check-in, check-out in hotel to ask for some information, to know something that you like to visit. I think it's very useful when we go abroad. Voila, it's because I am here since August 2021, more or less 2-3 times a week here in immersions. Voila, that's it about me.
That was an remarkable introduction, right? Cool. Can you answer the question like do you have a happy childhood memory, or is anything special that you could remember when you was a child or a teenager or something like that?
About me, unfortunately, I don't have good memories in my childhood.
I see.
I don't miss my childhood memories because, as you know, I am 79 years old. Then I was born in 1946. The second war is finished in that time. Then here in Portugal, we have passed for some difficulties, and then I grew up in one big farm, in that farm, we had many things. We cultivate many things, many vegetables, many fruit trees. We have a lot of food. We never had a pass by food, but unfortunately the money is less. We haven't a lot of money in that time. Then we worked a lot in that time. We start to work with 11 years old. I finished my primary school in August, in the month of August, and in the September, I started to work 10 hours a day.
Wow.
Then it's very rude in that time, but it's all the population. It's the same. It's the same with all the teenagers of my age, of all the population. It's the same. It's the same with all the population. and because of that, I eventually I don't have good memories from my childhood.
I can't imagine how it was to be there to live like that. And it was kind of rebuilding stuff, short money, but
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm glad
Uh,
you are here and you are sharing it, right?
my first job was working in one factory
Oh,
bricks
really? Brick
brick
factory? Oh
brick
boy.
factory. Tijolo, telhas
Yeah,
para a
yeah.
construção, brick. Very
Cool.
hard, very
Awesome.
hard, very hard there.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't imagine. All right. Thanks, Joaquin, for sharing it. Thanks for introducing yourself in a nice way. I mean, I forgot to introduce myself, and but I won't do it fancier than you. I mean, I will do a really short introduction, but not after Paula. So, Paula, please, can you please introduce yourself and then share if you have any happy childhood moments, memories, stuff like that?
Okay. My name is Paula Rezende. I'm 30 years old and I live in Juiz de Fora, Minas Gerais. I have a degree in business administration and an MBA in accounting, compliance, and tax law. I'm an entrepreneur and have an online jewelry store since 2019. I love to travel and dance forró, and I'm a beginner in English. And one of my happiest child, childhood memories is the family gathering at my grandfather's house with everyone together. It was special because I felt a strong energy of love and unity. Something he left as a legacy for all of us. That's it.
Nice, nice to meet you, Paula. And wow, you are an entrepreneur and you have a jewelry online store, right? Something like that. Or no, it's not online. It's a jewelry. That's it. Okay. Jewelry store. Nice. So I was thinking right now. Let me introduce myself real quick. I am 34 years old. I live here in Santa Catarina, Florianópolis, south of Brazil. I work with IT infrastructure and married with a kid. But I was thinking, me and you, Paula, we are in our 30s, right? And Joaquin is 79. So we have almost half a century of difference, 5 decades, 50 years of difference in regards of childhood, right? So to me and Paula, Joaquin,
Yeah.
our childhood was in the 90s. So that's interesting. So totally different environment, totally different reality, country, continent. So totally different. And I can relate to Paula memories. I mean, I can recall of my family getting together. Today, we don't have it anymore, at least not as it was like 25 years ago, mainly because my grandma, after my grandma passed, it's like the family have been divided, scattered. Everyone was taking their lives from now on. But I remember when I was a child, when I was a kid, of all these family gatherings, all these family celebrations at the end of the year, Christmas and special holidays and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something that I can mention that was special because I was a kid, and I'm doing my best to give the same sensation to my son. It's not that easy, but that's it. So yeah, so 50 years of difference. And Joaquin.
Yes, 50 years.
Yeah. So let's jump to the second question. Did you have a favorite toy or game as a child? What was it? I can mention riding my bicycle. Okay. I I didn't have a lot of toys, but I remember playing outside in this on the street, and it's totally different from our reality in these days. But I remember I ride my bicycle a lot, so this is a toy that I can mention. Of course, we have played football, volleyball, but I can mention bicycle as a favorite toy when I was a child. And you, Paula, do you remember favorite toy or game?
Yes, I loved playing soccer with my cousins. It was always a lot of fun.
Nice. And you, Joaquin, do you remember anything? Toy, game, or something?
Well, in my time, we need to build and to invent our toys. We need to build a car, wooden car, wooden car. We need to have imagination to invent our toys, because in my time is very difficult. It's very difficult for our parents to buy games, video games, or others toys. Then right now is totally different. Uh, when my son and my daughter grew up in their time was totally different. But in my time, my childhood, I remember that I have three things that I like a lot. Like you, when bike, but when I was 13 years old, 14 years old, when rubber ball, football, one football ball with 7 years old, because we Helen played with balls made of old clothes, it's not our balls. And also when watch, when rich Royce Pulse rich watch was the three the three things that I liked a lot.
Nice. Can I ask you something personal, Joaquin? How old are your kids?
My daughter 53 years old, 53. She has a boy with 22 years old.
It's your grandson.
Grandchild, yeah. My son is 47,
47.
and I have three grandsons, two grandsons, the older 24 years old, and the younger 19 years old. I
Nice.
have three grandsons, only boys, not girls.
Awesome. Yeah, when you said that you have to build your own toys, I remember my father. My father is 63 years old right now. He was born in 1962, but he grew up in a rural area, you know, in a small city. And I remember he mentioned sometimes that he had to be creative as well. He had to build his own
Yeah,
toys, and
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it wasn't that different. Of course, he hasn't to start working at 11 years old, but yeah, it was kind of similar situation. Nice. Awesome. All
But
right.
we, within the time of my father and my grandfathers, it worst. It's worst. Yeah. Ainda foi
Was
pior.
worse.
It
Yeah.
was worse. It was worse. Yeah.
Yeah. When did they born? I mean, which year have they born?
Yeah.
Your father, your parents, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So which year have they born? I mean, if you was born in 1947,
Uh, my father was born in 1908,
wow,
1908, and my mother 1911,
I see.
1911, and I was born in 1946,
46. Yeah,
46. So my father was 37, 38 years old
when you
when
has born,
I
when you
born.
was born.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Nice. This is such an experience to talk with you.
Mark,
And
when I start in a primary school, in the primary school, with 7 years old, the school, my primary school, was 7 kilometers, seven
wow.
7 kilometers away from the farmer where we habit.
So you had to
O-
walk 7
on
kilometers?
on foot, on foot, on
Oh
foot.
boy. So it is
Seven,
14 kilometers a day, right?
seven,
7.
7 in the morning to go, and 7 in the afternoon to come back.
Wow. Yeah, really
Today,
different from
today, when I tell this for my grandsons, they don't believe. They
they
don't
don't
believe.
believe.
It's
They
not
have a
possible.
car.
It's not possible. It's not possible
They
that it
have a car
that
to do anything, right?
yeah.
Awesome. All right. Joaquin, do you mind read and answer question number 3 to us?
See, okay. What was your favorite TV show or cartoon when you were growing up? Well, as I said, it's difficult for me. But then when I start watching TV with 11 years old. Ellen, when 11 years old, and because in Portugal we start watching TV here in 1957. 1957. Then in that time, Helen the population with more money, more or less rich people had had TV. Then it's very difficult for us to listen TV. It's very difficult.
But did you guys had radio at that time?
Later, much later. In that time, in Portugal, yes. In Portugal, yes. We have already our stations, public
Radio
station, public radio station, public station. Yeah, we have radio, but
The farm?
The population more or less don't have radios to listen to or music or the news. A lot less of population had radio to listen the news or to listen the music. Less population. Muito pouca gente tinha rádio para ouvir notícias.
Only a few people had access to that technology at that time.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You know what? My father mentioned that if one neighbor, like from a different farm, neighbor had radio, all of the other neighbors gather together to listen to the radio and to listen to soap operas, you know.
It's the same. It's the same. For example, I remember when I was 11, 12, I liked very much to hear to related the match football. To relate it to os relatos de futebol. Then I remember also to walk 2-3 kilometers for one cafe restaurant to hear the match, the related of the match of football.
Wow. So I realized that you walked a lot in this life, right? Nice. What about you, Paula? About question number 3.
Okay, my favorite shows were Teletubbies and Willow Woodpecker Farm, Sítio do Pica-Pau Amarelo.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I can tell you my favorite TV show was The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith, you know, aka Maluco no Pedaço. And everything in Portuguese, of course. And I remember a cartoon, Woodpecker, Tom and Jerry, and Looney Tunes stuff. But we are already on our 30s and we are getting old, right? Nice. So yeah, we didn't have these kind of difficulties, Joaquin, because in the 90s it was so much easier to get access to entertainment, right?
Totally different.
Yeah, a different era, different time. All right, so question number 4. Paula, do you mind read and then answer the question to us?
So what do you want to see? For example, today, there is also the same farmers.
But they have internet, satellite internet, right?
Yes, the boys frequent the same school that me. But they every day they have one car, one public transport to transport to school.
Totally different, and they have internet, computers, tablets.
For example, in our time, we won't have electricity in the farms. Of course, not internet. internet. Only the basic things. Nowadays it's totally different. All the farms had electricity, internet,
Air conditioning.
rotate, water, service, water, all the things, all the condition, all the necessary condition.
It's easier to live in that neighborhood right now.
Right now.
Awesome. All right. Paula, can you please read and answer question number 4 to us?
I don't remember having a childhood friend who had a big impact on me.
You don't remember any childhood friend?
No.
Yeah. Let me read the question. Can you describe a childhood friend who had a big impact on you? Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, in my case, I cannot mention anyone that was some that have made a big impact. I mean, I don't know, a little bit different, right? We have relatives, we have acquaintances, we have like our colleagues, school colleagues or colleagues school, let me see. I believe it's school colleagues, something like that. But we don't have that kind of friendship, strong friendship. I don't know. What about you, Joaquin? Do you remember any childhood friend who had a big impact on you?
Yes. I had a friend that it have a big impact in me in my life. It's because when when I was 7, 8 years old, when I start my primary school, I had a friend older than me, 5 years, maybe 4, 5 years. When I start my primary school, my friend finished his primary school. He was a good student. He was a good student during the primary school. He was a good student. Then, when he finished the primary school, his parents they live well. They have some money. Then he starts study. He'll continue to study. Later he went to Navy, Marine, to Navy, and he'll study electronic. Then in Navy, he'll become engineer electronic. Then I admired him because of that, and I always think that one day I was like him. I need to work a lot, but one day I get to reach the same position. And then, but when I finished my primary school, I'm not possible to continue to study, of course, because I start working. But with 17 years old, I went also to Navy. I made my military service in Navy. I stayed there 6 years in the in Navy. During my time in Navy, I start studying at night, and during my Navy service, I take a course of electronic during that time. I finished my course. I worked a lot, and after finished my military service, I start working in Portuguese Airlines as an electronic technician in the aircraft. And I think it's because my friend, I also think about the life and the purpose of my friend. One day I go also to reach my dreams, working also in electronic work. That's right.
That's interesting. He was kind of an inspiration to you, right?
Yeah. Inspiration a lot to me.
Nice. All right. Yeah, this is such an impact, right? Unfortunately, me and Paula didn't have these references, the same references. Okay.
It's a little difficult to explain my ideas, but more or
No,
less.
actually, it was clear as water. I mean, you have organized the ideas, you have explained. He was a friend of you. He was a little bit older than you, and he was an inspiration to you, right? So even after a couple of years, you were able to go to Navy as well, and also to learn electronics, and finally work in the aviation industry. Is that correct?
Correct. That's correct.
Awesome. Did you work on TAP company?
Yes. I made all my professional career in Portuguese Airlines.
Nice. Do you have kind of special discount for
Yes.
for former
We had free travels.
a year?
I know all the countries, more or less all the countries in Europe. I know all the countries. Yeah.
So you have three travels a year?
Two travels a year.
Two. Nice.
Travels.
Nice.
For
See,
me and
Paula?
for me and Paul. Hey, I know I was in Brazil, Recife, Pernambuco. I know Pernambuco.
Yeah.
In America, continent, Canada, United States, Argentina, Brazil.
Oh, wow. All right. So let's move forward. Question number 5. Paula, what is a funny or embarrassing moment from your childhood?
Once I traveled to a capoeira competition, and on the way back, a classmate vomited on me
On you?
inside the van.
Oh,
She was sleeping, waking up scared, and go to sick. Since I was sitting next to her, I ended up being the lucky one.
So it was gross, right? So she puked it on you. Okay, yeah, that's it. That is really embarrassing. And you, Joaquin, do you remember anything embarrassing or funny from your childhood or your teenage time?
I don't remember, aliás, já long time. But I remember one sad moment, because when I was in primary school, one day when we when the school finished, me and my some friends, we went to play for one things, and our play is to climb and descend in the trees. It's is the faster we made a play, the faster the to climb and to descend the trees.
Was the winner.
Was the winner.
The faster was the winner. I see.
Was the winner. But the things for me don't run well, because I fell down all the trees and broken my wrist. Today I had the mark today.
Seriously?
But
Did you have a surgery? Did you have a surgery at that time?
Yes. With 10 years old, and the next day, I need to make my exam of the 14 years, the quarter class. It's the last year. We had 4 years in our primary school. Primeiro, segundo, terceiro e quarto ano. Era 4 anos que a gente andava na escola. Na véspera do exame, is the day that I broke my horse. I need to alterate the exam for later because of that. It's the bad embarrassing moment for me.
So it was 69 years ago, right? If you were 10 at that point?
Yeah.
And you are 79 years old right now. It was 69 years ago. Oh boy.
Today I have also the mark here.
You have this scare. Oh boy. Yeah. So in my case, I can recall off the top of my head an embarrassing moment or funny. I remember one time I went to when you go with your school to visit some place, only a group of kids and and teachers. I remember we went to a aquatic park, with a lot of swimming pools and stuff. And I only used sunscreen in the morning, and we spent all day playing in the sun. So when we were coming back home, I was feeling, I probably have some burns. And when I got home, I was sick. I was totally red. My skin was red. I had sunburned, and it was embarrassing because I couldn't even lay on the bed because it hurts. So I remember I was like 9 or 10 years old. It was 24 years ago, of course, not that long time, but I remember as it was yesterday that I spent like 3 or 4 days until I totally recovered from the sunburns.
Not
That's
good.
no, it's not good.
Not
That's the only moment that I remember. It was not embarrassing. It was like painful moment, if I can say. All right, we have only 7 minutes. Let's try to answer the last question, question number 6, actually, but let's do it real quick so we can wrap this up. Okay, so Joaquin, did you have a favorite place to visit as a child? What made it special? I can say that you like it to go to a restaurant to listen to football, soccer matches, right? Am I correct?
Maybe not visit. No, in my childhood, our district, the capital of district in my area is one city called Castelo Branco. Castelo Branco. It's one interesting and nice village with great gardens, great palaces, great things to visit. And then in that time, my desire here was to visit Castelo Branco, the capital of the street. Sometimes I asked for my father. One day we must to visit and to know the capital of the street. In that time, it's one dream. One dream is to visit. I don't demand for Lisbon, the capital, because that it's impossible. It's impossible. It's not possible to come to Lisbon, to visit Lisbon. But the capital of district is 30 kilometers away from our farm. Then in that time, it's also my dream is to visit the capital of district.
I see. So how far is Castelo Branco from Lisbon? Let me see. Lisbon,
300
Portugal.
kilometers away, 30 maybe.
Yeah. Well,
30.
nowadays it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours by
2 hours.
car.
Via high speed is 2 hours.
Yeah, nice. What about you, Paula? Did you have a favorite place to visit when I was a child?
My favorite place was my grandfather's house. It was special because there was a lot of affection and love.
Nice. Actually, I asked you when you was, and that's wrong. When you were, it's the correct way to ask. So when you were a child. Yeah, so in my
Thank you.
case, no, it was my mistake. It was my mistake. I asked you when you was, but I should have said when you were. Sorry, I apologize. So in my case, it's almost the same. We didn't go to a lot of places when I was a kid. I mean, I have visited a beach. I have visited the sea when I was 6 years old only. But I remember going to the mountain hills in the countryside. Uh, my grandma house was such a nice place to go because all that family stuff, all that gatherings, and it was something really remarkable. I have a lot of memories from that time. So it was something really good. All right, we have just 2 minutes left, and I would like to thank you, Joaquin and Paula. It was such a nice conversation. Thank you, Joaquin, for sharing all these experiences. I know everything was a long time ago, but if you like to talk about it, we like to listen to it, right? And so, Paula, keep going. It's awesome. You are communicating really well. And all of a sudden, if you keep repeating, doing it again and again and again, all of a sudden it will become natural to you. Okay. You see, Joaquin is here since 2021, right? I'm here since
Yeah,
2022.
yeah.
So You keep doing
Yeah,
it.
we know each other a long time.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we have just 1 minute left. We can wrap this up. If you want to share something, Joaquin and Paula, please. The microphone is open. And
Okay, for me, I must say that the immersion was it's the topic was very good to remember
yeah,
the ancient times. It was nice. I liked a lot. You had one good idea to choose this topic for today.
awesome,
It-
awesome. Thank you.
it's great.
Paula, thank you as well. So have a good one. Have a good night, Joaquin, Paula, and see you. If you can participate next week, we will be here same time, same channel. Okay? Bye.
See you. Bye.